Today on Mixed In, we're going to talk to you about Christmas.
Let's do it. All right, well, welcome to Mixed In. Glad you can join us today. So, it's getting very, very close to that time of year, Christmas. And
other holidays.
And, I've heard so many, different ideas of how Christmas started. And so I'm just looking at a particular website here at Christmas History Channel. So,
History Channel.
There's all kinds of places that are going to, that you can find what you believe is the original. How Christmas
actual Christmas.
Exactly. Christmas is both a sacred religious holiday and a worldwide cultural and commercial phenomenon. For 2 millennia, people around the world have been observing it with traditions and practices that are both religious and secular in nature. Christians celebrate Christmas Day as the anniversary of the birth of Jesus of Nazareth. As a spiritual leader whose teachings form the basis of their religion, popular customs include exchanging gifts, decorating Christmas trees, attending church, sharing meals with family and friends, and of course, waiting for Santa Claus to arrive. December 25th, Christmas Day, has been a federal holiday in the United States since 1870.
That was way back when.
Oh, yeah.
Way back when.
Now, as an ancient holiday, the middle of winter has long been a time of celebration around the world. Centuries before the arrival of the man called Jesus, early Europeans celebrated light and birth of darkest days of winter. Many peoples rejoiced during the winter solstice, when the worst of the winter was behind them, and they could look forward to the longer days and extended hours of sunlight.
You know what?
That was a big deal.
I can see that because just today we had
whole day
19 degrees. I know everybody in Alaska are like, oh, whatever.
Yeah,
we're at negative
cool
30. This is something we're not used to, that kind of coldness. So in the future, past Christmas, it should look a little bit brighter.
We had to put on our super warm wool socks today.
Yeah, it was cool.
In Scandinavia, the Norse celebrated Yule from December 21st, the winter solstice, through January. Dang. In recognition of the return of the sun, fathers and sons would bring home large logs, which they would set on fire. The people would feast until the log burned out, which could take as many as 12 days. That's the 12 days of Christmas.
What? Really? Yeah.
The Norse believed that each spark from the fire represented a new pig or calf that would be born during the coming year.
Wow, that's cool. I didn't know that. 12 days. How big is this freaking log? I've had some big logs in my day, but not one you can burn for 12 days.
Let's see. So, in Rome, they have something similar. So, in Rome, where winters were not as harsh as those in the north, Saturnalia, a holiday in honor of Saturn, the god of agriculture, was celebrated, beginning in the week leading up to the winter solstice and continuing for a full month. Saturnalia was a hedonistic time when food and drink were plentiful, and the normal Roman social order was turned upside down. For a month, slaves would become masters. Peasants were in command of the city. Business and schools were closed so that everyone could join in the fun. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting. So the slaves became the masters?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Well, it's not like you're going to be like, I'm the master now, so get on your knees, you little rat. Because as soon as Christmas is over, there ain't any rules into effect that doesn't acquire retaliation, because you're going to get retaliated against.
So I'm skipping down a little bit farther, and here's
the outlaw.
It says an outlaw Christmas.
Yeah.
So in the early 17th century, a wave of religious reform changed the way Christmas was celebrated in Europe. When Oliver Cromwell and his Puritan forces took over England in 1645, they vowed to rid England of decadence, and as part of their effort, canceled Christmas. By popular demand, Charles II was restored to the throne, and with him came the return of the popular holiday. So, man, he saved it.
Yeah.
The Pilgrims, English separatists that came to America in 1620, were even more orthodox in their Puritan beliefs, than Cromwell. As a result, Christmas was a holiday in early America from 1659 to 1681. The celebration of Christmas was actually outlawed in Boston. Anyone exhibiting the Christmas spirit was fined 5 shillings. By contrast, in the Jamestown settlement, Captain John Smith reported that Christmas was enjoyed by all and passed without incident. After the American Revolution, English customs fell out of favor, including Christmas. In fact, Christmas wasn't declared a federal holiday until June 26, 1870.
Yeah.
So
people celebrated Christmas before then. It's just that it wasn't considered a federal holiday until 1870.
And if you look at this, none of the original Christmas time stuff was called Christmas and everything, but it had nothing to do with Jesus. That's just sort of something that got adopted up here at the top, where we first read.
Just people.
It was solstice. It was all about the year coming around. So that's they added the Christmas. They just right here it said celebrated Christmas Day as an anniversary of the birth of Jesus of Nazareth. They just sort of used that day and just sort of adopted that day as that.
Yeah. But
it's not that it's less important. It's just that that's actually not the real day that he was born. But it's just when they celebrate it.
What makes me wonder is what is Christmas though? Because they're considering Christmas to be all these different things, but I doubt they called it Christmas. They probably have different names.
Oh yeah,
for
they
it
had their solstice names.
So what is Christmas though? Which holiday is that? Which celebration was that for it? Was it the actual birth of Jesus, or is it the burning of the log for 12 days, or what is the Christmas began as? Because it doesn't mention that in there.
They didn't mention what it was actually called.
Yeah, what was Christmas? Because the other ones they actually like solstice. That's the name of it. It's not called Christmas. It's called solstice.
In the Rome they called it Saturnalia.
Yeah, see Saturnalia. That's their one where the holiday, what was that? Oh, in honor of Saturn.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
The holiday in honor of Saturn was celebrated beginning in the week leading up to the winter solstice. So it's really all about the winter solstice, truly.
Yeah.
And so that's the way I see it. And hey, I'm not, and then of course there's maybe we'll talk about another time where we got the whole original Santa Claus guy. So he plays into the whole. Because there is a guy named Kris Kringle, I guess. We'll look that up.
Yeah,
so,
that's another one. But them talking about the canceling of Christmas reminds me. I watched a documentary on this too. There was one time where Christmas was almost canceled. Big snowstorm. A great documentary. You might want to look it up. I think it's called Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. But awesome documentary. Awesome. Some great effects in it too.
Don't miss it.
Yeah. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Look it up. It's got to be on the interweb somewhere.
It's in there. Well, you guys have a Merry Christmas if we don't see you before that. And celebrate the way you will. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. See you later.